Hello guys and welcome, and today we're gonna see if the RTX 5090 can get us 1000 FPS in Cyberpunk 2077. This is gonna be a hard challenge, but we'll try and see how much we can push this RTX 5090 Astral OC to the maximum. So let's start the game. So we are inside the game. First of all, we're gonna go to settings and then video, and right here we're gonna pick our resolution to try and get the maximum FPS possible. Now we have three options. Either we have 4K, 2K, or 1080p. Now for 4K, we're not going to choose that because it is the most demanding. It's going to use the full power of the GPU, but you're going to get much less FPS compared to like 1080p or 2K. Now 1080p is a CPU show. We don't want that. We don't want to make the CPU the start of the show and it's the one that has to work hard to generate the frames. It's still gonna use some GPU power, of course, but the load on the GPU is gonna be low compared to 2K and 4K, so we're not gonna get the best FPS. It's gonna be more than 4K, but as you can see, the CPU has to always like send the request for the frames to the GPU, so the GPU can render it. So it's not gonna be the best like FPS we can get because it depends on your CPU more and not the card itself. So 2K is the perfect balance for trying to get the best FPS, like with the best visual quality and more load on the GPU pulse. So now we're gonna go back to graphics and we're gonna try and set the settings for like the native performance of the card to see how it actually performs normally on Cyberpunk 2077. This is gonna be our starting point. We're gonna make sure the resolution scaling is off. We're gonna turn off the frame generation, texture quality on high, ray tracing, path tracing, everything, the crowd density high. Everything is gonna be too high or activated to make sure that we test the raw power of the GPU. And then simply we could just simply go settings and maybe we can go just run a benchmark here and then we can click confirm and we're gonna see how it's actually gonna perform natively. And this is gonna shock you guys because you think you're gonna have like a 5090 or a 4090 like I have here, and you think like, whoa, now I'm gonna get the best FPS I could imagine in the game. But yeah, look at this, guys. So we're getting 48, 49, 47. It's not looking good. So we're not even getting 60, which is, yeah, quite sad right here. So I'm not impressed, guys. And this is like inside the bar. So we gotta wait a little bit before the benchmark goes outside so we can see exactly how much it's gonna get us outside. Probably it's gonna be more or less intensive depending on the crowd. So we don't got a lot of people. So we get better FPS right here. But slowly it's gonna go down because there gonna be some people there and shadows and reflections in the street. So it's gonna be lower for sure. So let's actually see. Yeah, we are getting 60 FPS right here, but here let's see if it can keep up. Oh, it's actually keeping up. That's better than I thought. So like, yeah, it's not 60, but yeah, it's low 50 right now. Yeah. So we'll see how much FPS we gonna get on average, and then we will continue trying to, take us from this to like getting 1000 FPS. So as you can see, we're getting average of 53. Yeah, this is not the best, but this is like the native performance. So now, guys, we're gonna try to push for the maximum FPS possible and see if we can get anywhere close to 1000. So first of all, we're gonna go with DLSS super resolution with the transform model with ultra performance. The sharpness doesn't matter, but the frame generation right here is going to be turned on and it's going to be on 4x. That means it's going to give us the craziest performance possible, and everything we're going to keep it on ultra right here, and we're going to try with this and see how it goes. So I'm just going to go click apply right here, and then we're going to run the benchmark again here, confirm, and let's see how much we're going to get this time. So as you can see, it's really going strong right now. We're getting more than 300 FPS, close to 400, which is really crazy, and it's gonna even get more FPS when we get out of this intense lighting situation right here. This is like really intensive on the GPU, that's why we didn't get 400, but now as you can see, we're getting over 400 FPS, which is like crazy. This is with ray tracing, path tracing on, everything is on ultra or cycle. So like it's really amazing, the new technologies. As long as you have a good base like frame rate, you can actually use frame generation to smooth out your experience even more. And that's in the scenario that you got like a really good base frame rate. But if you have like a really bad one like 30 or 20, like it's just simply gonna make the experience really bad. You're gonna get high FPS, but the input delay is gonna be really, really bad than you. It's not gonna be a good experience. And as you can see, guys, we got 389 average FPS right here, which is really, really insane, but it's not what we want to. So let's push even more. We're gonna go to settings, and this time, and don't worry, we're gonna have a lot of stuff. We have modes to apply to the game, which is gonna push everything to the maximum. But first of all, we're gonna go to the crowd density. We're gonna make it low. For these ones, I don't think they affect the FPS much, but let's actually turn them off. Everything for the motion blur, I don't like it anyway, so I'm just gonna make it off. Here, off, off, and this gonna try to make sure this is 1. Can we push it lower than 1? We can. So this one is gonna push it to low now. It's just simply low or off. For all settings right here, we're gonna make sure we are playing on the lowest possible. So just go here. This is medium. We can go lower slightly, but everything now is on low. We still have 4x frame generation with the ultra performance, super resolution right here. For the ray tracing, it is on still. So we can apply right now, and we actually see how it's gonna give us with these settings with ray tracing on. So guys, right now we are getting more than 400 FPS, but I thought I was gonna get more. But you will understand that you still have ray tracing and path tracing on, so that means you're not gonna get much more FPS, because like ray tracing is the one that actually taking up a lot of our FPS. So we have to turn off in the next benchmark to see if we're actually gonna get like at least 500, 600 something. So we have to wait a little bit. So let's see the average here, because it's just simply like, it's not a lot compared to the one we did before, like with the highest quality settings, but we will see. So we get more than 400. It's still good, but it's not what we want to. So let's do that. We're gonna go back to settings, make sure now. Oh, I forgot to even turn the texture quality to low. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna make it now low, and we're gonna turn off ray tracing completely. And we're gonna go apply and run the benchmark again. And let's see some magic right now, guys. And as you can see, guys, we are getting almost 600 FPS, which is insane. This is like it's gonna go like in the low 500. It is understandable. Like it is an intense scene, but the moment we get out of here, it's gonna be probably 600 plus, and I think the average is gonna be around like 580, 570, or maybe less than that, because now we have a lot of dips. But as you can see now, it's gonna go over 600 FPS, which if you told someone that you could play like Cyberpunk or more than 600 FPS, they will lose their mind. But as you can see, we're still not like, I don't think we're going to get 600 average. This is going to be probably max 520, 530, sadly. But it is still a lot of progress compared to what we had before. But we're going to keep going. So let's see exactly what is the average going to be. I mean, it's not going to be the most impressive, but still 500 plus is still like really, really impressive. Let's not lie here. So let's wait a little bit. And as you can see, you got 541.56. That matters because we're trying to get to 1,000. So as you can see, we got that. And the max FPS was actually 624. So now, guys, if we're trying to push for 1,000 FPS, we have to try to tweak the game a little bit to make sure that we could get anywhere close to it. And to do that, we have to use this more graphics options performance boost for Potato PC, because it is the mod that's going to allow us to tweak the settings more to be able to lower some quality settings to be able to push more. I don't know if we're going to get 1,000, but we will see. Other than that, we have to actually go to your NVIDIA control panel, and then we're gonna change a few things there also, because we want to try and make sure that it is like favoring the performance more than the quality. We have to go first of all to manage 3D settings, and we're gonna we're gonna first of all go to this one, add image settings with preview, and make sure it is on performance. So use my preference, I think this is emphasizing performance, and we're gonna use that. After that, we're gonna go to manage 3D settings, go to program settings, and then make sure you select your game from here, which is the Cyberpunk. Here you click add, and then you can select your exe. You can just simply go to your Steam and just get the location at that. And here, make sure you change the settings here to make sure that you favor performance and then more power draw to actually get better performance. And this is what I did right here. I tried to make sure everything is about like FPS, and I also turned vertical sync off to not have anything try to cap the FPS, even if it's not capping it to like your monitor. Also, you have to go to to G-Sync right here and make sure you also disable it, because sometimes maybe it goes over the frame of your screen, but it tries to stabilize it at that frame, so it could lower it a little bit, and we can't afford that. I'm gonna make sure I'm using the ultimate power plan. This is like a custom plan that I have for the maximum power performance you can have for your PC. So guys, we're back in the game, and as you can see, this is before applying the mod. The games looks terrible, terrible, terrible. But if you have a potato PC, you could actually play this. But like when you compare this to the real life mod that I have, or the video that I posted right here, you can see it's like day and night. It's so different. Like, I cannot accept that Cyberpunk looks like this in the lowest settings. But this is not the objective. Now we have to apply our mod. So this mod is gonna be hilarious because it's gonna change so much in the game that it's gonna make it unplayable. Let's start. So first of all, there is like some post-processing like settings. We're gonna remove bloom, we're gonna remove anti-aliasing, we're gonna remove distortion, and this is the tone mapping is gonna remove, and the game is gonna look completely different. But look, we are over like 500 FPS. You could say we're gonna go to shadows, remove, remove, remove. As you can see, you are destroying this beautiful game with this settings. Remove everything possible you can do here. So just know whether characters, hair, something, remove details, remove crowd, remove anything here. This is simply not gonna make a change on my like PC because this is a modern PC. But if you have an older PC, this could help you. So now we have removed everything, but you're not gonna see the actual change right here. You have to actually do a benchmark to fully feel how the performance increase is gonna be. And remember guys, I am recording my face cam on 4K. I am recording the audio and also the gameplay and everything and the desktop on 4K. So it's gonna take a lot of resources. And at the end of the video, we're gonna have like an actual test of what is the maximum we could get. So we're gonna go to settings here. We're gonna go run benchmark and then confirm. And let's see what is the maximum we could get. And as you can see guys, we're getting close to 600 FPS inside here, but we cannot see anything because we have disabled everything to do with coloring and their contrast. This is the funniest looking game ever, guys. But what matters is the FPS. We don't care about this. Once it goes to like that door where it's gonna go outside, then we're gonna start seeing something. So let's just wait a little bit. We're just gonna go with vibe and vibe with this. Yes, this is really good. The game looks amazing. And here it is. We got out and we have over 600 FPS, guys. And this is why recording, as I told you, my camera and everything, so we can actually go way higher than this. And I'm going to give you a video and I'm going to show you exactly what is the maximum we can get to. But this is also amazing. Already we are getting over 600 right here. I think the average is not going to be 600 though. It's going to be like 590, 570. So let's wait just a second and let's see how much we're going to get as an average. So let's see. The maximum we got there, that's like 630, I guess. So let's see. Yes. Oh, we got an average of 587 and we had a maximum of 675. So this is amazing. But this is not the actual best we can get, guys. We can actually get much higher than this. And I'm going to record for you and I'm going to show you right now. And here it is, guys. We were able to reach a maximum of 756 FPS and an average of 664. But this is not the actual end of the story, because this is like in one of the most intensive areas of the actual game and it's meant for benchmark. So it's going to be quite intensive. But if you go outside of the city to one of the less intensive areas, just look down and you could reach 785 FPS, which is insane. It doesn't matter what settings you're playing. This is on 2K. You cannot tell someone that I played Cyberpunk or low settings on 2K and I got almost 800 FPS. They're not gonna believe you, even if it does look like a potato. So guys, this was a great challenge and we were able to not reach 1000, but we were close. And yeah, maybe another video I could actually surpass 1000. You don't know me. I used to create mods. I may create something crazy to actually make it happen. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like it. Drop a like, subscribe, because we're going to have a lot of crazy videos like this in the future. Peace.